Well, hello. This is Rosa Creations. How's it going? We're bringing you today a quick meal. Hopefully be done in 15 minutes. It's going to be barbecue pork shoulder that I pressure canned and baked beans that I pressure canned. So here's my baked beans that I did back on November 2020. Couldn't read my writing. And then my pork shoulder that I did August of 22. Now you notice the pork shoulder's got this white ring. That's the fat that separated during the processing time and when it settled. And you notice that this part's under liquid. This part's not. It's totally fine. It ain't going to hurt nothing as long as the seal is still there. Now, let me bring you down so you can see what's going on. Okay. My jar. Listen for the seal. If you hear the psst, that means it's a good seal. Do you hear that? That's a good seal. Look at that. Clean. You can see the top part that doesn't have, it's a different color, but that's okay. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Oh, I just had my thing. I gotta get my other little, I don't like to use metal in my my canning jars because during the water bath or pressure canning time, you can compromise it. There's a little nick or scratch in the jar. So I tried not to use any metal in my jars. Here comes the baked beans. That was a tiny little seal. You always want to smell every time before you do anything. Look at your lid. Make sure there's no junky stuff in it. Sometimes there is and sometimes there not. You just never know. And then look, there's no mold, no mildew, and then it smells just fine. So let me turn my heat up on this, on my pork shoulder. I'm going to chop it up a little bit. We're going to make barbecue sandwiches. Let me get my the beans. And I think I did a link to how to make this. If I did, I'll add, I think I did a video on how to do this. If I did, I'll put a link to that video in the description box of how you can pressure can your own baked beans. Okay, so while that's doing what it's got to do, I like to soak my jars while I'm cooking, just so they have a little time of easy cleanup when I'm done, when I do my dishes. Okay, burners are on. I don't want to get this on too much of a high heat. Let me turn that down just a tad. Let's give this a little stir. And I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot. Some of these I made with red beans, red kidney beans, and some I made with pinto beans. I'm not for sure what's what, but this one's got two different colors, so I got two different jars. Which, as far as I'm concerned, a bean is a bean. Even though it does taste, it is a little bit different. But when you're doing baked beans, it's a personal choice on what you want to do. So I'm good to go. I just want to give that a quick little stir. Oh, that's heavy. You see that? It looks totally fine, just like regular baked beans. Now let's get this mashed up. So I want to separate everything. Whoops, I just flipped over a piece of meat. We're good to go with that. That's going to soak in water, make it easy cleanup for me. Let me turn, I need to be able to hold this. Now I am heating this up with the juices from the jar, which is totally fine. I will be draining the juices out once it's totally cooked and I add my barbecue sauce to it, but I'm not going to do that until this is heated up. Add the barbecue sauce. Let me turn that back down to low, because that won't take long at all for the beans to do. Let me get myself a strainer so I can get ready to, when it's time. This is one of those mashers, meat masher, potato masher. Got this from Pampered Chef. I love it. I actually got 2 of them. I forgot I had ordered one, and the other one, I ordered another one, and I was like, uh-oh. But that's okay. I'm saving it in my storage, because in case this one breaks or something happens to it, I always have my backup. Now I'm just going to mash this up a little bit here, just to make it so it's not big old chunks when you're biting into your sandwich. I'm going to eat mine with no bread. Hubby wants his with bread, so he's going to get a regular barbecue sandwich. I'm just going to do breadless. That's just because I want to do that. No big deal. No reason. Just because. Just because I can. Okay. And you can see how that's really breaking up pretty easy because it was pressure canned. I think I might save some of this for another meal that doesn't recall for barbecue, because there's a lot of meat here. It's just enough we need for tonight's supper and for tomorrow's lunches. So I think it's going to be more than enough. Okay, yeah, that's on the lowest setting we got. So you notice I really didn't take that much time to shred everything because it was so tender. But there is a lot of juice. I think I'm good to go now because it's all pretty much, I don't see any big old lumps anywhere in here. Let me set this for a second, then I'm going to put this over here and drain it. Then I'm going to grab me a bowl. And put some of this in another container. Oh, let me get it all so I don't have to worry about getting something else dirty. And then I have to wash it. Don't want to do that. You know me. I don't like to do extra work when I don't have to. Okay. Let me, there's my spoon. Let me grab me some meat out of here. We're going to do something else with this extra because we got way too much for just the 2 of us. So I got way too much meat here, but that's okay. I'm going to have enough to make sure for today and enough for another meal. Now you can go ahead and just keep this in the fridge for 2 or 3 days. I wouldn't do more than 3 days in the fridge. I don't like to do meat more than 3 days in the fridge. Or freeze it, however you want to do it. But look at that. That's a whole nother meal. Now I did use 4 jars, so but I've drained all the extra juices out of it. Let's get all that goody meat there. Okay. Put this back on the burner. Get my barbecue sauce, but let's do a quick little taste test. Oh, that's hot. Tender, tender, tender. That is nice and good. I'm just going to use the sauce that I already have in the pan in my fridge, which is that Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh, let me turn down that heat. It's a little too hot. Hubby and I really like this Sweet Baby Ray's. One of these days I'm going to learn how to make my own sauce, but not yet. That's probably going to be a job for retirement because it's an all-day chore. It's not so much a chore, it's just time-consuming. Don't eat this no more. Let's stir this up. And we're going to be about ready to eat. Oh, definitely need some more sauce. And you know you can pressure can pretty much any meat, any kind of meat, venison, pig, pork. Pig and pork, same thing. And make your own, which is a lot cheaper than store-buying barbecue. Especially right now with today's prices in the grocery store. Oh yeah, that looks yummy, 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 yummy. I don't think I need to put more barbecue sauce. Let me just stir it to make sure it's all incorporated. We'll have enough for tonight, and then we'll have enough for tomorrow's lunches. There's a little one there that didn't get crumpled up. I want it shredded. I don't want to be biting into a big old chunk of meat. Okay, I think we're good to go there. I don't need that did not get dirty. I don't need to wash it. Okay. Let's well, this is heating up a little bit. And if you keep an eye on the time, I'm only right at 11:36, so 11 minutes. So, we're going to get ready to do the taste test. Let me turn my heat up on my beans. I want to make sure they're all nice and warm. So you can add your extra fixings and all that, but we're just going to take it easy today. I just got off work, walked in the door, started prepping. And if you notice, all I had to prep was get my 2 pots out, get my 2 utensils out, get my jars, open and pour the jars in the pan and heat it up. That's all I'm doing. This is the one really perfect example of why it's great to preserve your food either in the pressure canning, water bath canning, freezing. Use your vacuum seal bags when you're freezing. You use those out of air bags. You can actually toss in a bag with the food in boiling water and cook it. That's great for vegetables. I think we are about done. I think that's about done. I'm turning my burners off. I think everything is nice and hot. It's nice and simmered. Oh yeah. Let's do my plate for me. I'll get hubby's in a minute after we do the taste test, and then we can go eat. Oops, I spilt. Ah. Ooh, yeah. Barbecue, baked beans. Well, they're not barbecue, they're baked beans, but it's kind of like barbecue. Let me move you on over to the tasting area, which is the other side of my kitchen. How'd you like that? Now let's do the taste test. Let's do a bite of it's pork shoulder that's been pressure canned. And all I did was add, you saw me, all I did was add barbecue sauce. Oh yeah, definitely barbecue. Let's do the beans. Now these are baked beans that have been pressure canned. Oh yeah, the beans are nice and tender. You can definitely taste the baked beans sauce. Whew! Gets me right here to a little on the tangy side. Anyway, here's my take on a meal, supper meal, in under 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.